The city of Brookhaven is doing its part to protect waterways from pollution. Atlanta News First reporter Sarah Hammond is live in the Pine Hills neighborhood. And Sarah, volunteers have been out there this morning putting little markers on storm drains. So tell us what it's all about.
Yeah, that's right. So we've seen volunteers kind of all over the Pine Hills neighborhood this morning, getting some glue, getting these placards provided by the city and putting them on storm drain inlets, just like this one, to remind people that storm water entering the drainage system can carry pollution directly into local waterways. Now, they're encouraging residents to keep things like litter, grass clippings, chemicals, and other pollutants out of the water system. So the city has provided volunteers placards to glue onto storm drains this morning. Again, they've been working in pairs kind of all over the neighborhood getting that done. And it's an effort that neighbors here say is so important.
A lot of people like to step forward, raise their hand, and I'll help. But if we don't have a way to plug them into doing something, that they become disenfranchised. So we love opportunities to partner with our city and to partner with the community.
Now, the ultimate goal here for these neighbors, these volunteers, is to protect the environment in any way that they can. Live here in Brookhaven, Sarah Hammond, Atlanta News First.
Yeah, something simple they could do before it got too hot out there. Sarah, thank you.